So what is dirty diet shaming? It's the process of being made to feel bad about or inferior about your own diet by someone that adheres to the principles of clean eating. Clean eating. I say clean eating because there is no there is no collective definition of clean eating. The definition is going to change depending on who you talk to and what their personal philosophy and approach to diet is. In other words, there isn't such a thing as clean eating. There is evidence, there's scientific evidence to back up foods that are maybe better for your situation or not so good for your situation, but there's no such thing as clean eating. But people can be under the impression that they are only eating clean, they're eating clean foods, their diet is clean, I'm cleaning up my diet so I can lose weight. All these things come out pretty regularly. And if you're not following that protocol, if you're eating the quote-unquote dirty foods, then you can be made to feel pretty badly about your diet, even when there's nothing wrong with it. Commonly accused dirty foods can be grains containing gluten, depending on who you talk to again, corn or soy or dairy products, or if you talk to a bodybuilder, maybe they don't like fruit. Sugar is another one that gets destroyed in the lay press. High fructose corn syrup is apparently evil, but in reality, all of these things can have and do have a place in a balanced, healthy diet, especially for someone who's relatively active. But despite that fact, you're made to feel pretty badly about eating them. So the first time I ever encountered this, and I actually just thought about this today, as I was talking about a similar thing in the clinic with someone, they had disparaged my love of gluten-containing foods and the fact that I eat grains every single day, multiple times a day. It took me back to my second year in university, where I had seen a presentation by Paul Chek, and Paul Chek is a fitness nutrition guru expert guy who's all about GMOs are evil, anything that's not organic is evil, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. He's the ultimate you have to eat clean kind of thing, which is his approach. I don't care, that's fine. But I saw his presentation, stoked my interest, so I bought his book, More of the Same, and immediately I tried to change my diet so that it was clean. I only bought organic foods. I tried to cut out all the gluten, so I bought a lot of gluten-free products. Tried to buy some organic meat, et cetera, et cetera. Subsequently, I ran out of my grocery budget, probably for the year, in about 4 days, just because the huge cost disparity is ridiculous between organic and conventional foods. But I learned a lesson pretty quickly, because I had this great motivation to buy only organic foods and only eat clean foods, the foods that are in everyone's clean diet, but I couldn't afford them. So my only alternative, if I didn't want to starve, was to eat things that were considered dirty. And for a long time, I felt terrible about that. I shamed myself. I felt bad that I couldn't afford the organic foods. Legitimately, I wouldn't have survived if I had only tried to eat organic foods because I could only afford 5 pieces of celery a month. So what alternatives did I have at the time? I had to eat foods that were considered dirty. But rather than just be okay with that, or rather than actually doing my own research and finding out that there's no such thing as really a dirty food as long as it fits into the context appropriately, I just felt bad for a long time. So this comes up fairly routinely for me, probably because I work in the health and diet industry, but I'm sure that you've encountered it too. I think it's important to maintain your own perspective on health and what's good in a diet. Check out my blog article on evaluating your diet to get kind of an idea of what I mean there. But if your diet is allowing you to meet your physical goals and it's allowing you to do the things you want to do in life and you're enjoying it and you can do it sustainably, it's a good diet. And if you can tolerate something like gluten or like dairy and you like having that in your diet, go ahead and have it in your diet. And if someone doesn't approve of it, that can be their issue. You don't need to feel shamed. You don't need to feel like you need to clean up your diet, because there's no direction to that argument at all, and it's not going to make you any healthier than you are now. So just don't worry about it. Deflect the shame. Allow the person to continue in their clean eating ways, or you can try to convert them, but that's a topic for another day.